Hello, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I am Mahlet Ayala, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent, and at this time, the latest from the Sahel region. Today, 11 December, is actually the Independence Day of Burkina Faso. I mean, there are two Independence Days, which I will get back to you in a minute. But on this day, on the eve of their National Day, Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, has passed a bold statement calling for a major economic transformation, an offensive one. And he also handed over a number of hundreds of vehicles for the ongoing construction, the Faso Mabo presidential initiative, which is building infrastructure in the country. Let's build Burkina together. Something like that is the meaning of Faso Mabo. Now, in any case, just quickly, before I share with you the highlights of his speech, which is in French, but I found a kind of the highlights in English, I will tell you about the Independence Day of Burkina Faso. The major Independence Day is a main Independence Day is on 5th August, which is really a full Independence Day. That is 5th August 1960s. That's where they got the Independence Day from their colonizer French government at that time. But December 11 in 1958 is the day where the land of the people of the upright, or the land of the upright people, have got their self-autonomy. Still, while the French were there, they were governing themselves. So that's why also December 11 is celebrated. Now, in this address, the President, Captain Ibrahim Traore, has called for major economic transformation. Let me just share that video with you, just for us, let me start it, but I will say the highlight.
Je prends la parole aujourd'hui, la veille de la fête nationale de notre chère patrie. Avant tout propos, j'aimerais donc remercier le bon Dieu qui a fait en sorte que ce jour soit.
Okay, so I want to propose to you. Now, let me, it's better for me as he speak, let me let me give you the highlight of it. Look, now, in a solemn address to the nation on December 10, 2025, on the occasion of December 11, Independence Day, the president of Burkina Faso, head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traore, congratulated the armed forces on the major advances made in the reconquest of the national territory. He praised the results of the bold offensive launch over a year ago, confirming that several areas formerly considered terrorist strongholds had been retaken in just 1 month. According to the president, all pockets of enemy resistance were crushed, and the operations took place without any loss of life on the side of the national forces, apart from a few minor injuries. Wow, what a development. Now, also, the president reaffirmed that the Burkina Faso has become a showcase and closely watched model engaged in a progressive popular revolution that the country has no choice but to succeed in. He emphasized the imperative of achieving full sovereignty, including accelerated industrialization. Thank God that of course, they understand that. So he knows at least the weight of the burden that they are carrying, Burkina Faso is carrying, as the global African community is watching up to Burkina Faso, and they cannot afford to fail, because this is a country in this contemporary world that we can hold to as a symbol of freedom, a freedom that was never finished. While our ancestors got that independence from colonization, but the independence, the free economy, our economy was not independent. We were still, because there is neo-colonization. And guess what? To your or not the surprise or not surprise, still this is the reality of many African countries. Now, let me just play that clip a little.
Et pour tous les bienfaits pour notre chère patrie durant toute cette année 2025, et je continue de prier Dieu qu'il étende sa main sur notre patrie. Je rends un vibrant hommage à toutes nos forces combattantes qui aujourd'hui, depuis plus d'un an, sont lancées dans une offensive audacieuse dans des territoires qui étaient autrefois considérés comme des...
Okay, now, so the president, after calling for after he called for a major economic transformation and emphasized that Burkina Faso cannot afford to fail, so they have to continue what they have started. He also called on economic operators to change their approach. He urged the development of local processing units in order to create jobs and make Burkina Faso an exporter of finished products. Now, Captain Ibrahim Traore also mentioned progress in the industrial, civilian, military, health, and security sectors, addressing the armed elements who had occupied the territory. He was categorical. They are now on the run and have only two options left: flee Burkina Faso or die. That was the message. So finally, he also reminded everyone that the fight against imperialism and neo-colonialism remains to be a daily struggle, and that the Burkinabe model should inspire other African peoples in search of freedom, dignity, and prosperity. Wow. I mean, just wow. Yeah. Let's this is very, very powerful.
De l'ennemi et qui sont en train d'effectuer avec brio la reconquête de notre territoire. Plusieurs zones ont été reconquises en un mois où nos forces combattantes ont mis pied et s'y sont installées. Toutes les résistances ennemies qui sont opposées à nos forces ont été écrasées et nous n'avons connu aucune perte en vie humaine au cours de ces offensives, rien que quelques blessés légers. D'ailleurs, ces blessés à qui je souhaite un prompt rétablissement et à tous les blessés avant. Et j'espère qu'ils comprendront un jour revenir à la raison et pouvoir se débarrasser de ces gènes de l'esclavage qui les tiennent. Le combat contre l'impérialisme, le néocolonialisme et toutes ces manifestations se mènent tous les jours que Dieu fera. Nous ne baisserons pas les bras, c'est un ensemble. Des infrastructures, nous avons fait des progrès sur le domaine de la défense, de la réponse. Mais nous leur disons qu'à présent, pouvoir discuter, d'échanger, de communier pour réfléchir à l'avenir de le pays des hommes intègres. Très bonne fête nationale à tout le monde. Je vous remercie. La patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons.
Homeland and days. That is the end of the message of the president, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Let me tell you, this is my highlight for me. This is what I take away. First of all, he understood the weight that Burkina Faso is carrying currently, as the global African community is looking up to Burkina Faso. People are watching on a daily basis, even on hourly basis, what's happening to Captain Ibrahim Traore. Do you think now, for example, let me just take this example, this Air Force airplane that is from Nigeria that violated the airspace of Burkina Faso, if there was really something becomes clear, do you think all these supporter of Captain Ibrahim Traore will keep quiet? We all have seen back in April 30, how a global African community has called for a demonstration to show a support to Burkina Faso and to all the Sahel states. So, and yeah, I'm very happy that he has understood, and he also mentions that too in his address to the nation. Secondly, he reminded the Burkinabe people it's a daily struggle. The struggle against, the fight against neocolonialism, the imperialists will remain a daily struggle. So that will keep the people on alert. There is unfinished business. They are building Burkina Faso. Not only Burkina Faso, they are building, Burkina Faso to be looked at as a symbol for the rest of African people, so that they can inspire in their, fight against the imperialist and neo-colonization. That is number two. Number three, they are working hard. There is this Faso Mebo movement, like let's build Burkina Faso together. And with that, he's reminding them that should be strengthened. He's also telling calling for the business people, to change their approach, to set up more processing units, manufacturing units, only like to focus to finished products to leave Burkina Faso, not the other way, like raw materials or raw resources to leave the country. So this was his message, and he also, in a way that this was symbolized, he actually hand over hundreds of vehicles that going to be used for construction of different infrastructures. That was it. That's how Burkina Faso chose to celebrate, to show that, okay, there is independence. I find it very symbolic. Okay, it's an Independence Day, but we have also a work to do. In fact, the way we are going to celebrate is by bringing things that's going to fasten up, that speed up this process. And we are well aware there's struggle, that struggle is ongoing, going on, and they know that after some time they will leave a very free country, economically free, independent country to their younger generation. Marcus, hello Dejuma, pleasure to have you here. Marcus Garvey vision in action. Definitely, that's what Marcus Garvey wanted to do when he packed and sailed on that ship to Africa. That was the vision of UNIA in general, right? The Universal Negro, what was that institute, something like that. Anyway, it was an acronym. I very well remember UNIA. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Let us know in the comment section how you view the way Burkina Faso, the way Captain Ibrahim Traore chose to celebrate. And yeah, let's hear you out in the comment section. Thank you again. Please share the video if you find it informative enough. Give it a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that so far. You may support us through the PayPal account, which you can find in the description section. Bye, and I will see you on the next one.